Good morning, everyone. Just want to first off say thank you to all of you for taking time out of your day to join myself and Melva today on the webinar. I know you all were excited to have Lisa Lashendro on here today, but unfortunately, you're stuck with me. Just kidding. She's just out sick today. So you'll be, my name's Laura Johnson, been with IAMS for quite some time. We're joined here with Melva over at North American. So we've got an exciting presentation for you guys today. So I'm just going to start off with a few housekeeping things, talk a little bit about IAMS, and I will hand it over to Melva. So first thing I want to talk about is when you first come on board with IAMS, we've got what we call the new producer bonus. This is a great opportunity if you're maybe considering joining IAMS or maybe just recently got appointed. You would be eligible for this. This is good for your first 180 days, so 6 months of being with IAMS from the date you get contracted. Your indexed annuity premium or your life target SPL business counts toward this. As you can see, we've got 5 different tiers, with a lot of great opportunities for some assistance with marketing. And we really feel like it's a great opportunity to have some wallet share with you right out the gate off those first cases you write with us to help boost your marketing and help you hopefully in growing your business. So as you can see, just a really great opportunity anywhere from cash to seminars to radio to billboards to websites to marketing reimbursement dollars, just a lot of great opportunities. So if you're not sure where you stand or you're curious if you qualified, give your marketer at IAMS a call. They can get that answered for you. After you get done with your new producer bonus, we move you into a marketing reimbursement program. So for every 100,000 of indexed annuity premium you do, you get $100. For every 100,000 of single premium life business you do, equals $200. And then for every 10,000 of life target premium would be equivalent to $200 as well. So just a great way, like to put some money back in your pocket as far as assisting you with those marketing expenses. We also have a referred producer program. The way this program works is, referrals are important in your business. They're just as important in ours. So if you refer an agent up to us, maybe you don't want to take on the responsibility of downline agents, potential roll-ups of, chargebacks and stuff. Great way for us to put money in your pocket without you taking on that liability. So when your referral gets appointed, $50 in your pocket. And then as you can see on the screen, the different ratios based on the target life premium, index annuity, single premium life, and fixed business. So these checks are paid out quarterly. I would say they're probably Stephen Charles' favorite checks to write, knowing that we're getting referrals, we're doing something right, and people want to refer people up to IAMS. So if you got someone who in mind might benefit from our product services, give your marketer here at IAMS a call, give them their name, and we'll be happy to reach out, see if we can't help them as well. It's part of our name, insurance agency marketing service. Service is our number one goal, and we think that is important. And, what we can take off your plate from day to day and keep you in the field doing what you do best, that's really our goal here at IAMS. We're not looking to be the biggest FMO in the industry. We're looking to be number one, though, when it comes to service. We truly believe that starts with picking up the phone every time you call. If you ask our top 100 agents why one of the reasons they do business, I can guarantee you that one of the things they're going to say is that they get a live person every time they call our office. There's no voicemail, no automated service that you have to sit through. You're going to talk to someone each time you call. We want to be able to assist you in your case design, getting your illustrations out to you, make sure you have the correct forms, make sure you're compliant on your training. Amber and her team do a great job on new business. What we call submission to commission, from scrubbing the app to following up on that business every 2 to 3 days, chasing down those transfers from the transferring companies, all that stuff. If we can, again, do that internally, that keeps you in the field doing what you do best. And then for those of you who don't know, we are on paperless contracting as well through SurancePay. Really easy, slick process. Once you're set up in the system, it's just a phone call in to let us know you want to add a carrier. So really try to make it easy for you all to do business. Firelight. If you haven't done EAPS, Firelight's a great thing. I'm going to fast forward to this one. We have integrated our systems with Firelight. So you can now have a single sign-on to our website and have access to Firelight. If you're like me, you hate remembering all your passwords, right? Well, this is one username, one password. You can do all your annuity, life, and Medicare apps in one spot on our website. Nice thing with Firelight, if you haven't used it before, it's a very smart system. You know, if you mark that it's going to be owned by a trust, it automatically pre-populates the forms that you need to write a trust policy. I mean, it's a very smart system. When you do it on our website, it also comes to our office for review before going to the home office. So we do a high level review on those. Can let you know if we see some red flags. We're able to verify your trainings, things like that as well. So encourage you, if you haven't tried Firelight, you need help getting going on it, give myself a call. Any of the marketers here can help you get registered for Firelight, and we'd love to help you move into the 21st century where e-apps are the new thing. I will also mention, and I'm sure Melva can attest to this, that agents who are using Firelight are seeing their cases go through the system through suitability and such, probably 2 to 3 business days faster than if you did a paper application. So it also speeds up your business from the home office side of things using the e-app system. If you haven't worked with our creative team, I urge you to consider it. You've got a full service team here ready to help you on the creative side, anywhere from maybe you're new to the business and you need a business card or a logo design. Maybe you're wanting to do a newsletter, quarterly newsletter out to your clients. Maybe you want to do some email drip marketing campaigns or Facebook marketing, you know, build a website, all those things. We do have people in-house that can handle that for you. So if there's a project you're working on or something you're looking to do, give your marketer at IAMS a call, kind of give them an idea of what you're looking to do, and they can get you linked up with the correct person on the creative team. For those of you who have not been to our website, you can see it on the screen, www.iamsinc.com. A lot of great tools. I won't bore you with all of them, but I will highlight a few key features. Number one, like I mentioned, e-app solutions for life, annuity, and Medicare. So you got iGo e-app, you got Firelight, and you got Connect for Medicare in one spot. Also, you have access to Annuity Rate Watch. So if you go under the Products tab and click Annuity, scroll down and click on one of the boxes, it'll give you access to Annuity Rate Watch. So great tool. I mean, if you're calling into me and asking for the best annuity illustration for an income rider, first place I go is to our website, to Annuity Rate Watch. So if you have trouble finding it or need help, let me know. I'm happy to walk you through that. Another great spot on our website that I think is very valuable for agents is our sales resource library. It's under the support tab. And this is a library full of resources that are just for you guys in the field. I mean, probably 25, 30 different fact finders, financial calculators, client presentations. You got that client who says, what's an indexed annuity? Well, there's a white paper out there that's 7-10 pages that tells them everything they would need to know about an indexed annuity. What's a cap? What's a spread? What's a participation rate? Things like that. So encourage you to go check it out. All those things that you find out there can be customized with your name, your logo and stuff. So if you find something that you'd like branded for yourself, you can reach out to your marketer. They can get you over to the creative team. For those of you who don't know, we also do have an RIA in our office, and I'm going to just spend a few minutes here on this, talk about two portions. Number one, you know, when the DOL came about several years ago now, Charles and Steve said it was time. So we did start an RIA. It's been going since 2017 now. So for almost 5 years in the making now, and really doing a great job for our advisors. Our wealth management team is. But so for those of you who are 65 registered, 66 CFP, you can get registered with IAMS Wealth Management. But what I really want to focus on is the other aspect. I mean, I talk to agents all the time about you going into a home and you see there's 500,000 sitting on the table. Well, we know that North Americans probably only going to be able to accept about 300 of it, right? So if they can only take 300, what are you going to do with that other 200,000? Because if you're not doing something with it, you're leaving that door open potentially for someone else to step in and take that portion of, you know, that client potentially. So we think it's important to offer our agents who maybe aren't looking to get their security license, maybe studying for their exam but haven't passed it yet. We want to give you an outlet. So we think that the client portion of our business is very important as well. And what that is if you've got a client who you want to keep under your belt, under your umbrella, you can refer those clients up to Zach or Duncan and our wealth management team. They will handle that client's portion that can't go into the annuity. If you pass your exam, we can get those transferred right back to you as soon as you pass. Otherwise, we can keep that in-house for you, just knowing that you're not going to lose it to another advisor. So I think that's really important to know that you have options. Maybe you're toward the end of your career and have no desire to get your security license, so we think it's really important. So if you are interested in either just wealth management as a whole, our platform, or maybe that client portion of the wealth management side, just answer yes to the question I just threw up on the screen. All that's going to do is generate a phone call from Duncan or Zach in our office to see what questions they get answered for you. So I think it's important to have it available for you. And if you are interested, just go ahead and answer yes, and we'll have someone reach out to you. All righty. Only a couple more slides and you guys get Melva, I promise. All right, Life and Annuity Academies. These are some of my favorite events that we do. We actually just came back from a very successful one out at North American with Melva and her team. Had about 32 agents into their home office. And this wasn't Annuities 101. It wasn't Life Insurance 101. It was much more in-depth strategies, concepts, marketing ideas. Really, the goal with this is how can we help you grow your business? How can we help you go from being a $2 million producer to growing that to being a $4 to $6 million producer? And we bring in some of our top guys to share exactly what they're doing, what they did to take their business to the next level. I think it's really great, time well spent. It is all expense paid, so we're covering your flights, meals, hotels, and we partner with these home offices, and they just a great opportunity to meet their staff, see their facilities, really get some really good training. And I think one of the most valuable things is you're rubbing elbows with 40 other people in a room who are out in the field doing what you're doing every day. So we think there's no dollar that can match the value of that. So if you are interested, our next one is going to be June 15th through the 17th out in Des Moines. We're going to be partnering with Athene on this one. If you are interested in joining us for that next academy, just go ahead and answer yes. We'll get you out a registration link. One thing I will tell you, if you do the link, that doesn't guarantee you a spot. We do get a lot of people registered for this. So if you've done some business with IAMS, with the carrier that's representing the academy, that always gives you a little bit of a head start above other advisors. So if you are interested, you'll get a link emailed out to you later today with the registration link for that. For those of you who don't know, if you've been on any of our webinars, you've been hearing about our cruise. The cruise was a big thing. We were going to do a Mediterranean cruise just recently, due to everything going on overseas right now, and the cruise line making a lot of major changes to the ports we were going to. We decided to cancel the cruise, and instead we've announced that we're going to be taking those who do 4 million points with IAMS out to Greenbrier. As you can see, we've got 3 different rankings. If you're in the top 20 agents, you'll get a little bit of an extended stay, 3 extra days out in Washington, D.C. prior to the event. If you're 21 to 40, then you will have 5 nights, 6 days at the Greenbrier Resort. And for those of you who do 4 million points over, you'll still be with us, but you'll be there for 4 nights, 5 days. So really excited. We thought it was important to bring it back in the U.S. with everything going on. So qualification still is open and runs through the end of June. So really great opportunity to just, if you've never been on an IAMS trip, once you hit one, you never want to miss another one. They're just really nice event, great time to spend with friends, with you and a guest, spa, golf, anything you want pretty much. So really just a great trip plan. So that'll be later this year in October. So keep that in mind. And with that, Melva, I'm going to hand it over to you. So we've got Melva with us, and she's going to be talking a little bit about what North American's got for us today. Melva, it's all yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Laura. Appreciate that. And great information here today. Let me see if I can't get this pulled up correctly real quick and make sure you guys are able to see everything. Okay. Can everybody see my screen?
Yeah, can you blow it up a little or not? It's just taking up about a third of 2/3 of the page. I didn't know if it's taking up all yours.
Oh, let's see. Window.
We can see
Nope,
it
I
either
am.
way.
Okay, bummer. That's as full of a screen as I can do. I apologize.
Nope,
Goopers.
that's
We
good.
should have checked that beforehand, Laura, darn it. But anyway, okay, well, let's get started here. I got a lot of stuff, great information for you here today, and I want to be real respectful of your time, so I will try to get through it as quickly as possible, but really touch on some awesome things. So I'm going to start out today with why North American, talking about our strengths, our stability, and our support. And within our support, we're going to talk about, some agent support as well as support for you guys as far as value adds that North American as a company can bring to you. We're going to talk about our top selling accumulation products and some sales ideas. So here we go. All right. So here I am. Hello. So you've got Melva Newbrough on the line with you here. I am the internal wholesaler. I am very, very lucky that I get to work with IAMS, a great group of individuals. And when Laura says that they answer the phone every time, someone will answer that phone, whether that is the president or not. I've actually gotten the president to answer the phone before because no one else was answering. So they do actually answer the phone for you every time you call. You're not going to get a voicemail. So that's pretty exciting. So I have been with North American for 22 years. Been here, I spent 19 years, the past 19 years, on the sales support desk, really taking calls mainly from agents like you guys, helping you guys out. So had an opportunity to really develop some additional relationships through our IMO partners, and am very excited to be able to do that with you here today. So as I mentioned, we're going to talk about why North American. So first and foremost, our strength. We have a history of strength. We are A+ rated not only with AM Best, but also with S&P and with Fitch. So we love to tout that because my goodness, how many companies can say A+ with all three of those established record companies there. We are also employee owned. And what that does for North American being employee owned is that we can actually look out into the long term. We can look out 5, 10, 15 years, and we're not having to succumb to the short term pressures that some of the other companies are having to do. So that's our strength, that's our stability. Let's go to support. So as far as agent support goes, I've got a map here, and it may be too small for you to see. I apologize, but we currently have 6 regional sales directors across the states that are reaching out to you, the agents. So I know IAMS is an awesome resource, but if you've got an additional question, maybe your marketer isn't in the office the day that you need them, or they're unavailable, they're on another call, we do have a secondary support system for you. So currently at the 6 regions, we are expanding this to 8 regions so that they can reach more of the agent base. These individuals also do travel. They travel at least 1 week out of the month. Most of them are gone 2 weeks out of the month, doing, one-on-one visits, office visits. If you need some additional support, they can do some group meetings. So they are available to come to you. So that's super exciting as well. So as far as agent support, that is where that goes. Now we're going to talk about company value adds. So I know the title of this, and Lisa was like shouting this to the rooftops, which is super exciting. As of yesterday, we actually had a commission increase and a rate increase. So I can't tell you the last time that I was involved with a commission increase. Generally it's the other way around. This is not a commission special. This is an actual commission increase. So the commission schedules did update, and this is available on all of our fixed indexed annuity products. The rates increased again. So we say it's multiple times. So we changed rates back in February, 2 weeks in a row. And now we're changing them once again, increasing them on both our top selling North American Versa Choice 10, which we'll talk about a little more later, and our Performance Choice 8, which again we'll touch on just briefly later with a sales idea. Okay, along with that exciting news about that commission increase, we here at North American, along with your IAMS partners, with what they provide for you, we have a program called our Exclusive Producers Connection. We call it our EPC program for short. This is an opportunity for North American to give you, the agent, some additional commissions based upon your premium production. This is fixed indexed annuity production. The first level to reach that is if you hit $2 million in FIA first year premium in a calendar year, we're going to give you an additional 50 basis points of commission. The second level is if you hit $4 million, it's an additional 1%. And at $8 million, you get an additional 1.5%. So you may be saying, great, Melva, well, if I hit $2 million in FIA production, that's great. You're going to give me 50 bips going forward. But what about that $2 million that I just wrote? Well, we're going to pay you retroactively to $1. So you do get paid on that full $2 million that you wrote with us. Then the 50 bips move forward until you hit that next level. Again, when you hit that 1%, we're going to go back and pay you that extra 50 basis points on that full $4 million. So it's a super exciting program that can get some more money in your pockets for your hard work. All right. My next value add I want to share with you is talking about suitability. Boo, I know. That's like probably your least favorite topic. However, we have an amazing suitability team, and I love to shout this out, that not only do we have a good suitability team, we've got the suitability guide, and you know what? They will talk to the agent. If you have questions on your case, they will actually answer the phone or answer your email, and they will answer your question one-on-one. So that's a super neat opportunity to speak to somebody one-on-one right away to help you out in determining if that case is going to go through. The other really cool thing that we have is our suitability pre-check opportunity. So Laura was talking to you about the Firelight system and the EAP system, and I had her verify before we started this meeting that we are on there for suitability pre-check. So this is an awesome opportunity for you, the agent, with that information and without having to have anything signed off on by your clients. If you go into the IAMS EAP system and you pull up North American, it is going to come up that you can do a suitability pre-check. How this works is you're just going to complete some of the information, and without having to get any client signatures, you're going to send that to a reviewer. That's going to come directly into our suitability team, and someone is actually going to take that, review it, and give you an answer. They're going to email that to you. Now, it says within 48 business hours. I've never heard of anybody not getting something back within 24, and it can be sooner than that. You want to call in, and we can get that expedited for you. But what they're going to do is they're going to send you back an email, and they're going to say, hey, this is approved, or we need a little more information. Go back into the EAP and open it back up again and complete this further information that we need, resubmit it, and then we'll give you our answer. Or, you know what, this doesn't look like something that we're going to take, and so you know that North American is a decline on that. You can go on to the next company, and your client is none the wiser, right? You haven't had to go through that full application process. So that's good news there. If you get that email back that it is approved, super easy. All you got to do is go back into that EAP system. You go to that suitability pre-check, and it's going to say complete application. Opens it up, and you know what? It's going to go. You just complete a few more pieces of information, send it off for signatures, and you are good to go. So, like Laura said, EAP is just it's such an incredible way to get business done faster and with way less NIGO issues, not in good order issues. All right. We also offer what we call our ACH for initial premiums. So this is part of the EAP process as well, but if you're a paper app person, no big deal. You can still utilize this form. The ACH for initial premiums simply is giving the opportunity to the client to instead of writing a check out of their checking or savings account, we can draft that from their checking and savings account. So you think about this, that if you're using the EAP system, and this is going to be a check with application case, and you can use this automatic ACH instead of the mail time to send us that check to get this issued. Not only does it issue faster for the client, but you get paid faster as the agent because we do pay daily commissions. So that's a really nice tool, and I don't know of a lot of companies that offer this opportunity for agents. Okay, I think this is my last value add for you that we provide as a company. I know there's several, marketing solutions that Laura talked to you about that IAMS provides. One of our top marketing promotions this year was called the Balanced Accumulation Kit. And this resonated so well with agents because it is just simply the kit is a super easy way to talk to your client about balancing that risk. How much are you wanting to be exposed to risk and not exposed to risk? Finding that balance. So this nice slide shows really where does a fixed annuity fit within that balance. So you've got your lower risk opportunities here, your cash CDs, your bank money market accounts, and then you've got your higher risk with your mutual funds, stocks, variable annuities. And right there in the middle is a fixed indexed annuity. What a great opportunity to possibly peel a portion of that client's assets, maybe not taking them all, but peel a portion off to have something protected. We do have this risk flyer that's available also within the kit that talks about that it's a way to sit down with the client and map out, here's what you have now, here's what's exposed to risk, here's what's not, and where do we want to land within that balance. So Balanced Accumulation Kit available to order through North American. It's just a wonderful kit opportunity in working with your clients. Now we'll get to the top selling accumulation product with North American called the Versa Choice. The Versa Choice is a modified single premium product. Simply means you can add money all the way after issue until the 1-year anniversary, and then the faucet shuts off. It is a 10-year surrender charge schedule product. There is a 10% penalty-free withdrawal available beginning year 1. And we'll issue this all the way through age 79 as long as we get that money in prior to the time that client turns age 80. And the minimum premium on the product is $20,000. Now you will see when I show you the rates that we have 2 bands of interest rates, one for the $20,000 up to $75,000, and then if you have $75,000 or more to issue, the clients are going to get a nicer, higher interest rate opportunity. All right, so I had to really quickly update this slide since our rates increased effective yesterday. So now we have up to an 11.29% net illustrated rate with our Versa Choice. We have 9 uncapped index strategies. With those rates, we gave you that top level, the 11.29. You know what the lower end is? 4.62 with an uncapped index strategy. So these are index options from S&P and from Fidelity. So really strong financial brands. We have proven year-over-year performance strength within this product. The actual average interest credited to a client in the Versa Choice 10 product in 2019 was 5.9, and that average interest credit in 2020 was 6.7%. So some proven strength in this product. So the rate spotlight, which is available, I'm sure that Laura can get that out to you, or certainly you can give me a call as well for that. But this is effective as of yesterday, showing all of the indexing options that are available on the product, both the low band rates and the high band rates. And then we make it really easy for you as the agent. Instead of running, gosh, you've got all these different indexing options, annual point to point, 2-year point to point, with fee, without fee. How do I know without running 100 different illustrations how these show? Well, we make it easy. Right on this one page, we're giving you what the most recent 10-year historical shows, the highest 10 out of the last 20, and the lowest 10 out of the last 20 on each of those options. I'd also really like to draw your attention to the fixed account, because you know that the fixed account rate has a definite effect on renewal rate opportunities. The high band in fixed rate on this product is currently sitting at 2.7, which is just amazing on a fixed indexed annuity product. All right. 85% of our VersaChoice 10 product comes in exactly like that, just for some straight accumulation growth opportunity. However, the other 15%, that comes in with this wonderful optional enhanced liquidity benefit rider. What this rider does for your client is it offers them 4 additional opportunities for liquidity for one fee. The fee is 60 basis points. And again, for that 60 basis points, you're going to get all 4. Now you're saying, Melva, I can only see 2 on here. Well, I'm going to talk about these 2 first, and then I'm going to talk about what I think really drives this ELB rider and a great sales idea for you guys. So the first one is enhanced penalty-free withdrawal. So I mentioned that you get your 10% penalty-free. That's pretty standard. With the enhanced liquidity rider, if you haven't taken a withdrawal in a prior year, the following year the client can access 20% of their funds. It does stay at 20% until the client takes a withdrawal, then it will go back down to 10, but again can roll up to 20% if no withdrawal is taken. So essentially I'm saying, hey, this client could take out 20% of their value every other year of their contract. There's also this nice safety net return of premium. That return of premium kicks in after only 2 short years. Day 1 of year 3, if the client has an emergency, if they're just needing the money, if they're not satisfied with the product, they can get their full premium returned. And it's actually a surrender request. So if with these great rates, they've actually had some nice returns over the last couple of years when they choose to do this return of premium, we're going to give them back the better of a surrender value that includes those credited interest rates or their return of premium. And we do actually return the 60 basis point fee for the rider. So it's a true return of premium feature. So with that, I'm going to go into my second 2. So finishing out these 4, we're going to talk about what I feel is like the meat and potatoes of this ELB rider. Not that the other 2 things aren't exciting, but this has an activities of daily living based surrender charge waiver and payout benefit. The ADL based waivers are available in all states that we do business. We do not do business in New York, so that's out. However, that does indeed include California, which is huge because it's very difficult to get, ADL type benefits in California. So if you're saying, gosh, well, I sell long-term care policies, so why would I need this? Well, you know what? I bet you may have at some point in time had a client that, number one, maybe didn't qualify for a long-term care policy, or they thought it was way too expensive. So this is just a nice alternative to that. So a good sales idea for you. Gosh, what do I do with this client that doesn't qualify for a long-term care policy but needs something? First and foremost, with this rider benefit, the client, there is no underwriting. The only underwriting that we do is that we ask on the disclosure statement, the day that that client is signing up for this product, can you, as of this date, perform all 6 activities of daily living? If they answer that question yes, they get this benefit, period. Now, what does it take to get that benefit to enact? Well, anytime after the issue date of the product, all we're going to require is a letter from the physician stating that that client cannot perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living and that they're anticipated to stay in that state. That unlocks that first option there, the ADL-based surrender charge waiver. Their policy at that point in time becomes 100% liquid. They can pull out what they need when they need it. There is no receipt reimbursement required. Now, the ADL-based payout benefit begins day 1 of year 3 of the contract. And you can see there's a little chart there. Year 3, it's 110, 115, 120, 125% tops out at year 6. What those mean is that, let's say you're in year 6 or more of the contract and you want to take this payout benefit. As long as you've qualified for that ADL waiver, we're going to take 125% of your account value, and that value is going to be paid out in 5 equal payments. So you're saying, gosh, what if my client passes away in 2 years? Well, we're going to pay that 5 payments to someone. So that's either going to go to that client or it's going to go to one of their beneficiaries. It's really like opening up a 5-year period certain for the client. So somebody's going to get that payment. Let's say they've got a lot of gain in that contract at that time. That 5-year payout benefit creates an exclusion ratio for the client, so they're not having to pay taxes on all of the gain up front. It does create that exclusion ratio. So a couple of really nice ideas there to keep in mind if you've got some clients with that long-term care opportunity that they've missed out on. All right. Another sales idea, and I'm going to try and wrap this up at the end here, just kind of, try and review what we've went through here, because I know this is a lot of information. But along with with that ELB rider benefit on the VersaChoice, using VersaChoice for an accumulation product, the VersaChoice will also accept a non-qualified stretch plan from another annuity where the death has occurred and there is a lot of gain for that beneficiary. And we know definitely that, not every beneficiary can handle that tax burden of paying that gain up front with a death claim from an annuity contract, right? So the first qualification here, the client, it does have to be an individual beneficiary. We can't take a corp-owned or trust beneficiary with the non-qualified stretch plan. They must begin their first required distribution within the first year of the date of death of that original owner or decedent. Otherwise, it does disqualify the stretch plan. There's going to be a life expectancy table for that beneficiary to calculate what that required distribution is. We have a great non-qualified stretch brochure that kind of lays this out for the clients. It is client-facing, that talks through really, what are the downfalls? What are the benefits and what are the downfalls of, taking your lump sum or taking this stretch option? So that's talked about within this brochure as well. And then it does also give you that beneficiary life expectancy table, because it does go by the age of the beneficiary, not the age of the client that just passed away. So it's a much smaller required distribution amount, but that is required to take each year. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up super quick. I'm just going to talk back through the VersaChoice. Great for accumulation, top selling accumulation product for straight growth. If your client has a need for some additional liquidity, whether that be safety net for additional penalty-free withdrawals or return of premium, or perhaps they don't qualify for long-term care. They're looking for some sort of an ADL benefit. We've got the rider benefit for a small 60 basis points, and you can use that for non-qualified stretch. So that's kind of VersaChoice in a nutshell. Now I've got Secure Act on the screen because just this is my last sales idea for you of the day. The Secure Act came about, of course, it's been now 1/1 of 2020, but it really changed the landscape of how inherited IRAs worked, right? A lot of companies at that time said, we're not taking non-spousal stretch IRAs anymore. They've changed the rules, we're not going to take them. Well, we took a look at the rule, and although that Secure Act did a lot of stuff good for a client, the one thing that it did eliminate was this nice stretch IRA potential where those clients were able to stretch it over their lifetime, right? Very similar to that non-qualified stretch as it is now. So now the Secure Act says, well, we're still going to let you stretch that out, that taxation, but we're only going to let you stretch that for 10 years. You got to get all of that money out within 10 years. So we said, gosh, we've got this awesome 8-year product called the Performance Choice 8. That's going to work really well with those non-spousal inherited IRA plans. So from the very beginning, we continued to take in non-qualified stretch for non-spouses. So essentially what that means is you can pop that non-qualified stretch into this. I'm trying to pull up here. I'm going to do that. Performance Choice 8 plan. You'll notice that issues all the way up to age 85. Not all young clients are inheriting IRA plans, pension plans, 401k plans. I worked with an 84-year-old sister that was inheriting her brother's IRA plan, and we were able to accommodate that because of the higher issue age availability on this Performance Choice 8. It only requires a $20,000 minimum premium to start the plan. And beginning in the second contract year, the client can take up to 10% of their account value. So this works so nice. The client has a lot of flexibility in using this plan because when they send over that death claim from whichever company, whether it's from us, whether it's from another annuity company, when they send that death claim funds over to us, the client can choose to, let's say, I do want to stretch this out. I'm going to go ahead and take my 10% penalty-free withdrawal each year through year 8. And then, you know what, years 9, I'm going to take 50% of that remaining value out so that year 10, I just can take the rest of that lump sum. Or maybe the client says, gosh, I'm really not in a position to take anything right now for taxation purposes, but maybe I want to start taking a 10% withdrawal in year 5. It's really whatever they can work out with their tax advisor, but what a great way to be able to do that. Knowing that they have that 10-year capability and, okay, can I afford to pay the taxes on this 10% each year? Do I want to wait till the very end to take that lump sum out? Gives them that flexibility. All right, and we've got I forgot to update this slide. Sorry, guys. So Performance Choice 8, again, I did mention those rates also did change effective yesterday. So they are higher than what is being shown on the screen. So just saying that is a really nice accumulation alternative as well, particularly utilizing that sales idea with non-spousal inherited IRAs. Okay, so that was a lot of information, and but I just am so excited because I just love all of the stuff that we do here with North American. Clearly, I've been here a long time. So again, just when you hear non-qualified stretch, if you've got a client base and you've got beneficiaries that you're working with, and they've got inherited IRA money and they just don't have the capacity to pay that taxation all at one time, think North American. Think North American for both the non-qualified as well as the non-spousal inherited. You've got a client that's looking for just some straight great growth opportunity from an A+ rated carrier. Think North American with VersaChoice. So there's just some great ideas here to help you along, hopefully, and show our strength here as a company. So I do have on the screen, and I don't know whether you can see this or not. I just don't know how small this is on your side, but I do have, again, I've got my phone number. You can route through Laura, you can route through Lisa when she's back in the office. My phone number is 844-930-2049, and I'm option number 1. And then my email address is my first initial last name. So it's Newbrough at S as in Sam, F as in Frank, G as in George, members.com. So you can always feel free to reach out to me as well. So with that, Laura, I'll turn it back over to you. Again, I thank you so much for letting me tout our company and our product. I love it. So please let me know if you need anything additional from me.
Perfect. Well, Melva, we really appreciate you taking time to join us today. If you do want to get contracted with North American and you aren't currently contracted, if you want to answer yes to the poll question I just put up, I can submit that contracting request for you. Other than that, you will all receive an email from my assistant in my office with copies of the 2 products that were covered today, information as far as non-qualified stretches, things like that, and IRA, inherited IRAs as well. So we'll get that out to you, Melva. We really appreciate you taking time out of your day today, and I hope everyone has a great Wednesday.
Yay! Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.